You've established clients' needs. You've shown them a property that they like, which is perfect. You've given an offer. It's been accepted. Now here in the middle, where the deal is very fragile, from offer being accepted to offer being to the property being closed and transaction and the money being transferred, and making sure everyone is happy throughout the process till the end. That is usually a very tough process.
Yes.
How do you usually deal with that process in the middle there?
So, first of all, I worked on my mentality.
Yes.
So, when I joined as an agent, as soon as the offer was signed, Susan counted all her money, went to online shopping, restocked her house, not realizing that at offer, it hasn't transacted yet. So as an agent, always work on your mentality. No, once the offer comes in, now your work truly begins.
That's where the work is.
It truly begins there. You have to know every document that you need. And so the first thing we ask for once the offer has been accepted is proof of funds. When we say proof of funds, I don't mean your statements. I would never ask for your statements. What I mean is that the bank writes us a letter to say individual so and so has the facility to pay, it has the facility of X amount and can get a loan facility of X amount. If you're getting a loan, we will need the confirmation from the bank that they are going to give you the loan. The reason we ask for this at this stage is, unfortunately, and it's what happens, you'll find that raising that 10% for deposit is pretty easy. For example, if you're buying 100 million worth of property, so raising that 10 million is really easy. And you will find that your client has the best intentions. Either money is coming from somewhere.
It's always coming.
Yes,
right?
they're selling something, they're doing something, there's a
hope.
business. There's hope for the money coming. Yes. Or two,
Or
the
they're
bank,
assuming they'll sell something within
yes,
that time frame.
Within that time frame. Or they're assuming the bank will give them the loan. They had not yet confirmed the same. So this is benefiting both the buyer and the seller. For the buyer, because if you go through the 90 days and you don't get the rest of your money, you forfeit on the deposit. So I don't want you as my buyer to lose out on your money. So we'd rather take a longer period of time and collect our monies just to make sure they are there. So after that now...
I love that point. I think all of us as real estate agents should incorporate that into our process.
Yes.
So that you don't waste time. And as you've said, you don't lose any money for your client because it's hard-earned money. Yeah?
And also just explaining this to your buyer, I'm not asking this because I doubt you. No, I'm not. I'm just
handling
asking
it very...
Yes, very politely, very gently. Because the only reason you're asking is to protect your buyer.
To protect them.
Yes. So after you've confirmed that the funds are there, you make introduction from the seller's lawyer to the buyer's lawyer. Now here is where you can really lose the ball. And
that's where you lose it most times, right?
True, because
it's now a battle of egos.
And the lawyer won't include you in the conversations. And not knowing these conversations, then you don't know when something gets lost or something goes wrong. And it's not only so easy for you to patch it up, but because you don't know it's happening, you won't be able to patch it up. Thus, you lose the client. So I will always go to the lawyer. Hello, Mr. So-and-so. Physically or have a phone call now that, again, pandemic.
Before COVID, pre-COVID.
Yes. I'd go to the lawyer. My name is so-and-so. I am the agent that has brought this together. Kindly loop me in your emails. The reason I'm asking for this is so that if anything happens from my buyer side, I can be able to patch it. I can be able to fix it.
Because again, you're the one who knows the buyer. They
trust
you.
Exactly.
You know how to deal with them, communicate with them, make them comfortable.
And the most common mistake that most agents make is assuming the lawyer is beneath you. There's always that ego letter. So there's always that car ego feeling.
And feeling like the lawyer is an enemy. There's that unsafe feeling
but the lawyer is part of your team. Without the lawyer, you cannot be able to take the sale to the end. So you have to bring in the lawyer as part of your team.
Early in the process.
Yes, he or she has to be your ally.
Wow, I love that.
Yes.
Make them your ally.
Make them your ally.
So that you're all pushing the boat.
You're pushing the same boat. Because remember, the lawyer wants to earn and you want to earn. So if both of you push this boat together, it will move faster.
Okay. Wow. So you get proof of funds. You get the lawyer and you on the same page.
Yes. Keep track of what is going on. The lawyer will always give you milestones. So keep track of them. Don't forget. Because you'll go and follow up on another lead. And forget this one. So that follow-up is very, very important. Always make sure you know where your deal is. Don't stop talking to your buyer and seller. Continue talking to them.
What are some conversations you should have during that period?
I normally don't have conversations to do with the sale. Because I'm already talking to the lawyer. So at that time, it's how you doing? Is everything okay?
I love the personal touch, Susie.
Yes. It's very important to know how your buyer or how your seller is feeling. Yeah. Without that,
it doesn't always have to be about the deal.
No, when you're calling your client, it doesn't always have to be about the deal. Yes. When your client is your friend, you will transact.
Wow.
Yes.
That is such gold advice right there. Because sometimes you are not sure what should be said in between. But it's nice that you've taught us that you can just check on them.
But your client is a human being.
Over
and above being your client, they're human.
In between, you're keeping track of the deal. And then
you're having conversations with your buyer and seller. At least once every 2 weeks, you're touching base.
Once every 2 weeks.
Once every 2 weeks, you're touching base. You'll find the lawyer will do everything. So
they'll take over from that process.
There's not much that the agent does there. Then at the end of the transaction, you just make sure your seller has received all the funds and your buyer has received all the paperwork. And then I give you a nice gift to say thank you so much for the transaction, and we move on with life.
What is a good choice of gift for you?
So again, now because I have known your character,
it's based on the client.
I will give you what works for you.
I love your personal touch, Susie. That throughout the process, you're always thinking of who are you as a person.
Yes.
Despite you being CEO,
yes.
Who are you?
Yes.
What do you like? And incorporating that throughout the process. That's a great insight.
Yeah.
That's a really great insight. Thank you for that.
Anytime.
And then I have a question that I'd love you to answer honestly.
Okay.
Do you enjoy more representing the seller or representing the buyer? Which one do you lean more towards? Are you more of a listing agent or more of a buyer's agent? Which excites you more?
I'm more of a listing agent.
You're more of a listing agent. Why is that?
One, I'm very good at my pitch. I am really good at my pitch. I have perfected my pitch completely.
Wow.
So, and I'm very comfortable talking to sellers. Yeah. I get to that personal touch. We'll sit down, we'll have a cup of coffee. I like that. Yeah. And also at the end of the day, the seller is the person paying me.
Most importantly.
So I will tend to be more listing agent biased. But as a team,
because
that's
of your strengths?
Because of my strengths. But as a team, that's why we're very balanced. So Rosetta is very good at guiding the buyer. She is amazing at it. So you'll find more than often, she will carry the buyer along all the way to the end. And then Jones is very good at the closing.
He's the person who gets the deal sealed.
Yes. So we tend to play with our strengths rather than you concentrating on doing everything and you're not good at everything.
That's so nice to know. And on that note, what are some pointers you have for great synergy for people working in teams or people looking to build a team? What is the glue that keeps teams together?
Friendship. Yeah. again, most people don't think friendship is very important. But
especially at work.
Yes.
And especially in a serious business like real estate.
Yes. But if you don't know your partner, at no point will you sit down on a round table and say, Wendy, Nani, you know him, you met him that day, he's selling a property here, and Ebo, go talk to him. You'll never do that. It will always be, this is what we are doing, and you only stick to what is in your schedule. But because you're friends, you'll sit down on a round table and have a drink. And during the drink, you'll come up with ideas.
Oh, it's all intertwined.
It's all intertwined at the end of the day. Or you'll sit and say, I have this client, I'm sorry, but whenever I speak to them, I get so angry. So you'll be able to pass that along.
Oh,
but if you're not friends,
like a support system.
Yes, if you're not friends, who will you pass that along to? They will wonder, why are you not doing your job?
Okay, I see.
2, look for people who are better at your weaknesses.
So you complement
so
each
that
other.
you complement each other. So there's never a loophole. Like the 3 of us we don't like paperwork. So we got a PA who just is great at administration.
Wow.
So it's very important to get people who complement you.
So that you
3,
can play to your strengths.
Yes, play to your strengths. 3, training. We train each other. There's a day Jones will do training, there's a day I'll do training.
How often?
We meet once a week. So at least that way we always know what's going on in each other's lives, in each other's business, and everything else. Yes.
Train each other.
Training each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because
you see, if you're only as strong as your weakest link, so you always want your weakest link to be as strong as you.
So you keep growing each other.
Continuously,
that it never stops.
Continuously to the end. Yes, it never stops. Yeah.
I love that. And I love that it doesn't have to be all work. That you can bring a proper balance between both, and then they work together.
And then they just work together.
Properly.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Susie. I have one last question for you.
Okay.
Who is your role model in real estate?
Okay.
And what are you reading at the moment? It doesn't have to be work related, but what are you reading currently? And who is your role model in the real estate industry?
All right. So my role model is Sansi Dietz. Yes.
Hi, Sansi.
I met her at Pam Golding, and I just love her work ethic. She's been a Gold Club agent 5 years in a row.
Was she the first agent to join Pam Golding in
She's
Kenya?
among the first agents. I think Lily was the first, but I'm not too sure.
But among the first,
but she was among
She was
the
there
first.
from the beginning.
Yes. And Sansi takes time to take you through things. She'll sit down with you and talk to you. And you should see the kind of targets she's set for herself.
Big targets?
Like, I look at them and I'm like, oh, when I grow up.
She's very motivating.
She's very motivating. And even away from that, I love how she carries herself in her personal life. So she's an all-round mentor. And she's really held my hand as well.
Throughout your real estate journey.
Sure. Thanks, Sansi.
Great job, Sansi.
Yes.
What are you reading?
What I'm reading, I'm currently reading The Secret.
Wow.
Yes. I discovered The Secret by accident. Actually, I was feeling unwell. I have a number of chronic illnesses. So I was feeling unwell. I had just come from hospital. And I was feeling like everything I have worked for has just gone down the drain health-wise. So my friend told me, there's something on Netflix, just go watch it. It's called The Secret. So I watched the video, and immediately my energy got boosted. I was happier. You know, I felt movement again. So I just went and looked for the book. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Susie.
Anytime.
You're such a ball of positive vibes.
Thank you. Thank
Your
you.
energy is great. I love how you have integrated the human touch in commercial real estate, which is seen from the outside to be a very serious, you know, suits and...
Yes. Do you know I rarely wear suits? very rarely will you find me in a suit.
Yes. And that you're in touch with your humanity. And it's so beautiful when you're working with people who are in touch with the humanity. And I'm sure that your clients really enjoy that.
Yes.
You are human. You see them as people, and then you treat them as that.
Yeah.
As much as they have these other roles, you speak to their needs as people.
As people. Yeah.
So thank you so much. Please keep doing the great job
Thank you
are
so
doing.
much.
I'll share your social media handles.
Follow.
Please follow Susan. I'll share her Facebook, her Instagram. She has great content and great real estate advice. And if you are looking for commercial property, which areas do you cover, Susan?
I cover Kilimani, Karen and Upper Hill.
Yes, if you're looking for commercial real estate in those areas, please contact Susan. I'll put her email down below together with her social media handles.
Thank you.
And you can get in touch with her for all your commercial real estate needs. She'll guide you through that journey.
Thank you so much for hosting me. I love this platform that you're giving us, and we really grow by it.
And
Keep
thank
on
you for
doing
sharing
it.
your information with us.
Anytime.
Because it's so good to share information
Yeah.
from people who are young and like people we can relate to in our market.
Yes.
Because you know we are consuming a lot of US content, which is fine.
But you know, I feel like the biggest challenge that we face as agents in our country is that we find each other competition.
Which is not true. There's enough for everyone. Is there a single agent who can clear this market?
No.
However good they are?
No.
There's more than enough.
Yes. And reaching out to your fellow agent should not be hard. Yeah.
We should make that a culture.
We should make that a culture. Yes.
I totally agree. I totally agree. What's your parting shot for agents who've had a tough COVID year and are looking to still prosper in their business? What would you say for them? How do they overcome that challenge to still create a great career in real estate?
One, I'm so sorry you're having a hard time. It happens to all of us. Trust me, you will get through it. Two, look for people who you resonate with, people who are succeeding in the real estate field that you resonate with. See what they're doing, learn from them, go to their pages, go to their YouTubes, reach out, DM them, email them. You will always find one or two of them who will respond back to you. Three, keep on doing the work. Don't forget, keep on doing the work. Wake up and do real estate like a 9 to 5. Don't do real estate just passively. Do real estate and make sure you are actually proactive at doing your real estate. I assure you, you will make it.
Thank you, Susie.
Anytime.
You are such a joy.
Anytime.
Such an inspiration, and I've learned so much today.
Thanks.
And I'm sure that will be the same for my viewers. And thank you so much.
Anytime. I've loved being here. Bye, guys.